Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services and Welding, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Devon Energy, and Nowell Pharmacy. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us on this Tuesday night, the home opener for the Lovington Lady Cats. Of course, they won their opener last week against Dexter and won it in big fashion. I believe it was 52-15. So the first game back for new head coach Chief Bridgeforth, successful, of course, then going over and playing in the Tamale Shootout in Denver City last weekend. I didn't actually find any results on that. But I'm guessing kind of a mixed bag for the Lady Cats, but still building. And they come in tonight to take on a Lee County rival and the Eunice Lady Cardinals. The Lady Cards will be opening their season tonight, so a Lee County battle for this one. The Eunice Lady Cardinals, of course, under long-time, and I think he's been the head coach of every program in Eunice, Gary Frazier. So, yeah, a friendly Lee County rivalry tonight. And, well, wherever you happen to be listening or watching, we definitely do appreciate it. Don Morgan on assignment tonight with the Hobbs Lady Eagles. So, yeah, I'll be knocking the rust off myself tonight. But looking forward to this one, an early season matchup. Of course, usually get the games between Lovington and Eunice early in the basketball season, but it's always a good matchup. Let's go ahead and run down the lineups for you for the visitors. We'll start with the Eunice Lady Cardinals. We'll start with the starters, and starting tonight will be number 2, Alondra Maureen, number 10, McKenna McBee, number 11, Chloe Jones, number 20, Alina Rodriguez, and number 23, Jasmine Martinez. The rest of Coach Frazier's Lady Cards look like this. Number 1, Aaliyah Garcia. Number 3, Dee Dee Zamora. Number 5, Mariah McGuire. Number 14, Norma Ponce. Number 42, Sam Allen. Number 44, Liz Gaetan. And number 45, Autumn Davis. For your Lovington Lady Cats, starting 5 tonight for Coach Bridgeforth will be number 5, Aubrey Aranda. Number 10, Myra Castro. Number 12, Malaya Castro. Number 20, Elizabeth Bundia. And number 24, Erlin Salcido. Rest of the Lady Cats lineup looks like this. Number 3, Audrey Alexander, who saw significant time last year. She'll be coming off the bench tonight. Number 14, Ashlyn Barunda, who is an 8th grader last year, saw quite a bit of time. And now a freshman. She'll be coming off the bench tonight. Also got number 22, Luisa Cardenas, number 30, Kara Olivas, and number 42, Abigail Schuse. As you look at these two squads, of course, early in the season, not just a whole lot to compare to yet, but both teams fairly young and doing a little bit of building and just still trying to kind of see what they have. You look at the Lovington Lady Cat roster, only one senior on the squad, and that is Alexander. So, you know, a lot there, but a lot of experience the last couple of years with this Lovington Lady Cat squad. So the Lady Cats have headed back into the locker room. Of course, home opener tonight means the Stray Cats are here, and they are performing. Coming up on Friday night, the boys will have their home opener, and, of course, we will have that for you right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. Of course, don't forget, please do subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, one lucky subscriber is going to get $100 of my money. It's not coming from the sponsors, not coming from the stations. It is coming out of my pocket. So, hey, win my money. Tell all your friends and family, of course, they can watch all the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats free of charge, courtesy of our sponsors on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So please subscribe. Of course, also available on the Lovington tab on the all-new HobbsAmerica.com. And again, you know, while we're talking about those sponsors, got to say a big thank you again to the good folks who do make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball possible. They include Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Devon Energy, and Nowell Pharmacy. Your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show as Chief Bridgeforth and his coaching staff come out. The Lovington Lady Cats are wearing the home whites tonight, the white unis with the blue letters and numbers with Lovington on the jersey. For the visiting Eunice Lady Cardinals. They are in the Road Reds with the white letters and numbers and the black trim and accent. So it's the blue versus the red tonight. Home opener for your Lovington Lady Cats. Great to have you along, of course, as we get this one underway. Of course, JV game was before this one, and the Lovington Lady Cat JV getting the victory in that ball game. So be interesting to see what, goes on for the Lady Cats, of course, with longtime head coach Chief Bridgeforth back as the cage boss here for the girls in Lovington. Of course, very successful here in his previous stint, was also the athletic director before moving on over to Denver City, and we're sure glad to have Chief Bridgeforth back. On the other side, of course, for the Eunice Lady Cardinals, Gary Frazier, no stranger to Lee County sports fans, as he's got a whole bunch of state titles and a whole bunch of sports, and, well, trying to tack one on in girls basketball, too. You know, the team's preparing for their introductions out onto the court and for the national anthem, as we will continue our coverage. The Stone Oilfield Services pregame show here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. So the Lady Cats coming out in their very first game, of course, last week against Dexter, and lighting it up over 50 points and just giving up 15. It's one thing this Lady Cat team did very well last year. They had some trouble scoring, obviously putting up 50 against Dexter, no problems there, but they were very scrappy defensively, and it looks like that will continue. And I think if they can find some consistent scoring, that they could be a very hard team for a lot of squads to handle, and again, still very young. So the national anthem being prepared to play, so we'll take a timeout and come back. This is Lovington Lady Cat basketball. And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat basketball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and also on the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight as we have the introduction of the teams out onto the court. Of course, we will start with the visiting Eunice Lady Cardinals. We're in the Road Reds. They're starting five tonight. Our number 2, Alondra Maureen. Number 10, McKenna McBee. Number 11, Chloe Jones. Number 20, Alina Rodriguez. And number 23, Jasmine Martinez. As the Lovington Lady Cats, the crowd being pumped up tonight. They're starting five. Out on the court will be number 5, Aubrey Aranda. Number 10, Myra Castro. Number 12, Malaya Castro. Number 20, Elizabeth Buendia. And number 24, Erlin Salcido. Again, it'll be all up to the Lady Cats to find some consistent scoring. Keep the defense tight and keep other teams from being able to penetrate against them. And just find that consistent scoring, and they'll be fine. For the Eunice Lady Cardinals, it's find your rhythm early. If they can come out, do a little running and gunning maybe, and get this Lovington squad a little bit rattled, anything can happen. Of course, a 4A versus 2A matchup, you would expect the 4A squad to have the advantage. But in a Lee County rivalry game, And with a program that has had the success as recently as Eunice has had, anything can happen out there. But hey, that's why you play these early season games. You get to have some of these great rivalries come out, and just going to be a fun time tonight. And so heading out to take the jump, it looks like it'll be Salcedo to take the jump for the Lovington Lady Cats, and heading into the circle with her will be Alina Rodriguez. So just about ready to get this one started here at Wildcat Gym. Home opener for the Lady Cats and the opener of the season completely for the Eunice Lady Cardinals. So Salcedo and Rodriguez to take the jump, and we are underway as Lovington will control the opening tip and driving hard to the basket and putting it up and in off the give and go right off the bat. It is a 2-point bucket, good for Buendia. Full court pressure is on, and Lovington will steal it away. Coming back after forcing the turnover, the Lovington Lady Cats will have it. Slowing things down, working it around. Buendia, top of the arc, takes it into the paint. Now into the deep left corner for Castro. 3 on the way, too hard, off the mark, and the rebound made by Chloe Jones. As Eunice will come back, Lovington presses up and will force another turnover into the hands of Malaya. As Castro will bring it back down, drives hard to the basket, and she is fouled. She'll head to the line for 2. Malaya picked the pocket and took it out, and now she'll head to the line for 2. And the foul going to be called on number 20, Alina Rodriguez. And so first trip to the line tonight for the Lady Cats, as it'll be Malaya Castro to shoot the 2. First one up for Malaya, and it is good. Lovington with the early 3-0 lead. Good defensive pressure for the Lady Cats. It forced 2 turnovers in the early going against Eunice. Second shot for Malaya is on the way. Pop a shot, and that one is off of the mark, but the rebound going to be made by Salcedo, and then the ball is going to be batted away and goes off of the knee of Rodriguez out of bounds, and it'll stay Lovington basketball. 45 seconds into this one. Inbounding it for the Lady Cats will be Buendia. She'll get it into Castro, gives it right back to Buendia. Hippity hop through the lane, loses the handle on the basketball and into the hands of the Eunice Lady Cardinals. Jones will control it. Buendia on her tight in front of the Stray Cats. Goes to the deep left corner, picks up the dribble, tries to feed it inside, and will throw it away too hard off of the hands of Martinez. So 3 possessions and 3 turnovers for the Lady Cards. 3-0, Lovington in the lead. Buendia runs the point and will take it across the timeline. Into the corner to Castro to the free throw line with Aranda. Now out to Malaya, and she'll shoot up a 3. It's an air ball, but the rebound going to be made by Myra. Feeds it back out. It'll go into the backcourt, and it'll be a backcourt violation as Buendia will just face it down, and turnover for the Lovington Lady Cats. They'll chase that one all the way into the backcourt, and will give it over to the Cards. Lady Cards inbound it with McBee, and a 3 on the way. Rodriguez no good, and Salcedo with the rebound, her second. Erlin will leave it off for Myra. As Castro brings it in, then she'll dump it back to Buendia. Comes near side. On her pretty tight is Morin. Castro trying to get it over from Aranda, and it'll be knocked away and stolen away into the hands of McBee. Third turnover for the Lovington Lady Cats. Each team with 3 turnovers. To McBee, thinks about the 3. Castro gets to her quick, trying to get it inside to Jones. Little spin move, tries to split through traffic, and she is going to be fouled, splitting through. It'll be on Lovington. And so the foul going to be the hack called on Malaya Castro, her first personal, first team foul on Lovington. Each team with a 1-team foul. Loren will check out, checking in her place will be Sam Allen. So McBee to inbound it from just to the left of her own basket, tosses it in, and working through traffic is Martinez. Back out to Jones, now trying to get it inside and stolen away by the Lovington Lady Cats. 4th turnover for Eunice. Lovington back with a 3-0 lead. Buendia to the free throw line, backs it out, loses it off of her foot, scramble for it on the floor, and a whistle sounds. And it's going to be a foul or a jump ball. So not sure what they're... Coach Frazier asking a question of the officials. And they're going to say it'll be Lovington ball. I didn't see a jump ball called. I'm not sure what that was about, but Lovington basketball into Buendia from Castro to Salcedo. Gets it in the left elbow, but she travels. So another turnover for Lovington. Each team with 4 turnovers. 5:42 to go here in the first quarter. Lovington leading this one 3-0. But kind of been a little turnover fest here early. Jones runs the point, takes it across the timeline. Jones will get it back as they work it around to McBee in front of the Stray Cats. Long cross-court pass to Rodriguez, who slings it into the corner. Working it, trying to get it over to Jones in the low post, and she is going to go up for a shot and be fouled. So that'll put Chloe at the line to shoot 2. So that'll put Jones at the line to shoot 2. As that foul going to be called on Salcido. That'll be her first personal, second team foul on Lovington. So Jones at the line, puts up the first one, and that one is too hard off the back of the iron. Judge Jones sitting next door. Can't be too happy about that, but first game jitters. Second one is up, and that one is off the mark. No good, and a battle for it underneath, and last touched. They're going to say by Allen, and so it'll go into the hands of the Lovington Lady Cats. So still 3-0 in favor of Lovington here early as Castro will inbound it to Buendia. As Elizabeth will bring it into the front court, takes it to the far side to Castro, deep right corner for 3. That one is off the mark, and Allen with the rebound. So her first rebound of the ball game. Back down come the Lady Cards. Lovington backs off into his own defense. To Jones, to McBee, who takes it to the right base, tries to feed it into the middle, into the hands of Jones, gets bumped from behind, no call, and it'll be into the hands of Lovington and Aranda. She'll bring it back down, goes coast to coast, little scoop shot up and under, won't fall, and coming out of the fray with it underneath is Rodriguez, her first rebound. Rodriguez will keep it herself to McBee, right arc. And continues to work it around to Jones. Pop a shot from 10. Too hard off the glass and into the hands of Castro. Myra with it. Feeds it forward to a breaking Malaya. Lays it up and clinks it underneath. And into the hands of McBee on the rebound. A long outlet pass, and it'll be a turnover. 6 turnover for for Eunice. Buendia back down. Pop a shot. Top of the arc. 3 on the way, and bang! Buendia with 5 points. Hits the first tray of the ball game and makes it a 6-0 lead as we hit the halfway point of this fast-moving first quarter. Jones tosses it underneath, and they get it to Allen, and she is going to be blocked from behind by Castro. Look clean from here, but the ref right on top of it said nope, got the arm, and so that'll put Allen at the line to shoot 2. I'm pretty sure they're going to call that on Malaya. They will. It's her second, and Allen's shot is up, and that one is no good. So right now, Eunice 0 of 3 from the charity stripe as reinforcements check in for both squads. Coming in for Lovington, Abigail Schuss, the big 6'5 freshman. So Allen at the line, misses the first, puts up the second. That one no good. Battle for the rebound, and coming away with it is Didi Zamora, who just checked into the ball game. Ball is loose on the court, and they'll call jump ball. It'll stay in the hands of the Lady Cards. So Lady Cardinal basketball with the Lady Cats leading this one 6-0. So inbounding it, and that one will be stolen away. Buendia gets it off of the inbound. 7th turnover. Buendia takes it herself under the lane. Scoop shot, no good. Seuss with the rebound. Her shot won't fall, and it'll come into the hands of Kira Olivas. Olivas to Buendia, back to Olivas, trying to get it inside, and it'll be stolen away by Jones. That'll be the 5th turnover for Lovington. Jones will take it coast to coast to the left rack, puts it up, and it won't fall, and the rebound going to be made by Ashlyn Barunda. So Barunda checking into the ball game for Lovington. 6-0, Lady Cats in the lead. Into the corner, Olivas to Barunda, right elbow, 3 off of the top of the glass. And the rebound going to finally be controlled by Zamora, her second. She'll move it forward to Jones, who will just leave it off in the backcourt for Rodriguez, or rather in the front court, now over to Morin. On her very tight is Olivas. They'll get it back over to Zamora, trying to get it inside. A bad pass, and that one is going to be out of the hands of the Lady Cards, and so that'll be another turnover for Eunice. Coach Frazier can't be at all happy about that. Back to the Lady Cats with 2:45 to go as Alexander into the ball game. Jets it into the front court to Olivas. Back to Alexander. Toss it over to Castro in front of the Eunice bench. Now back over to Olivas. Drives the right base. Puts up a shot. No good, but she is fouled. It'll be on the floor. And it'll be a block foul called on Didi Zamora, her first personal. Just the second team foul on Eunice, and as we mentioned, it is on the floor. And so the inbound is going to come into Barunda, and she'll just put it up, a little sidewinder shot. It'll find its way through the strings, and 8-0. Lovington on the early 8-0 run. If the camera works a little shoddy tonight, I apologize. I am a one-man band. Into the front court comes Marin, trying to get it to Allen underneath, but too high for that young lady, and it's out of her grasp. 9th turnover for the Eunice Lady Cardinals. So an 8-0 run to start the ball game. As Eunice will drop back 2-3 zone look. Castro will inbound it to Alexander, who brings it up over the big Wildcat. Corner to Olivas, back to Alexander. Tries to toss it in, loses it, gets it back to Castro, who almost loses it, bounces it back to Alexander. Left corner for 3. That one is off the mark, and the rebound is going to be made by Allen, her second, but stolen away by Castro. To Olivas, trying to get it inside to Shoes. Now back out to Myra. Myra from the left wing for 3, and it is off the mark, and the rebound going to be made by Martinez. Jasmine will just leave it off for Alina as Rodriguez will bring it into the front court with 90 seconds to go here in the first. To Marin. Back out to Rodriguez. 3 on the way. That one is going to be off the mark, and the rebound will be made by Shoes, her second. Back down come the Lady Cats, so Castro to Alexander. Castro then sets the screen for her. Hand it to Olivas. Then bad pass. Olivas. Was it knocked away by Marin? Yep, they're going to say Marin got a hand on it. So it'll stay Lovington basketball. So Kira Olivas will inbound it from just in front of the Eunice bench with 1:09 remaining in the first. Lovington leading this one 8-0. Olivas to Buendia. Out of the free throw line with Shoes. She tosses it underneath, trying to get Olivas, but it'll be stolen away by Allen. 6 turnover for the Lady Cats, but fighting for it. It goes out. Last touched by Alexander. So it'll stay Eunice basketball as McBee inbounds it to Jones. And Chloe will just run it up into the front court. Oh, now Eunice will set the offense, trying to get on the board here in the first. To Jones, drives in, pulls up her dribble, back to McBee, 15-footer, too hard, and McBee, she'll get her own rebound. Pardon me, that was Marin. They'll get it into the corner. Rodriguez for 3, and it is good. Elena Rodriguez with the tray ball gets Eunice on the board with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Olivas trying to get it inside to Buendia. Buendia just puts up a little circus shot, no good, but Shoes with the rebound and the putback. Shoes her third rebound, and the score makes it 10-3. And we are going to have another turnover as they call the palm ball. 11th turnover for the Lady Cards, and it'll give it to Lovington in the Eunice end of the court. So Buendia to inbound it from left of her own bucket from our perspective up here. Gets it into Olivas. Olivas takes it into the paint. A little running 10-footer. That one won't go, and Jones with the rebound takes it down with 3, with 2. A little underhand scoop, no good, and Alexander at the buzzer with the rebound. So we have played one here in Lovington. It is the Lady Cats 10, the Lady Cards 3. We'll be back in a minute as Lady Wildcat basketball continues from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. In that first quarter, Elizabeth Buendia leads the way for Lovington with 5 points. Lovington leading this one by a score of 10-3. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on this Tuesday night early season matchup between the 4A Lovington Lady Cats and the 2A Eunice Lady Cardinals. The story of that first half, though, for Eunice, I think, is going to have to be 11 turnovers. So something Coach Gary Frazier, I know, talking to him about at the break there. So Lovington basketball on the possession arrows. We start this second quarter to Castro. Bounce it inside to Salcedo. A little 5-footer and gets the roll through. Erlin, her first bucket of the ball game. Makes it a 12-3 lead for Lovington. And the trap and a little jump stop and a travel as they got McKenna McBee a little bit flustered between Salcedo and Buendia. Caused her to shuffle the feet, and so that'll be the 12th turnover, for Eunice. So it'll be Castro to inbound from in front of the scorers table, just underway here in the second quarter. Oh, the inbound to Buendia, who brings it up. Eunice into a 1-2-2 zone. Buendia gets it back. Pops it over to Castro in the deep right corner, trying to get it inside to Aranda. Eunice gets a hand on it. Aranda gets it back, and they'll get it to Salcedo. Wide open look on the right base, and she will lay it up and in uncontested. 14-3, Lovington in the lead. So Eunice into the front court. Jones spins through traffic, still working through, but they're going to say she picked up the ball and took a couple extra steps. So another turnover for Eunice. The Lady Cards having trouble with the Lovington pressure. Castro will inbound it off of another Eunice turnover. Lovington up by 11 with 7:11 to go first half. So Buendia to the front court. Goes behind her back, almost loses it. Malaya will be there as she pushes it out to Castro. Back to Buendia, who directs traffic. Tosses to Malaya, now to Myra, deep right corner, 3-ball on the way. That one is too hard. Off the mark and into the hands of Jones. That'll be her third rebound of the ball game. Chloe pushes it to McBee, back to Jones. Now over to Marin. Marin works against Castro. Now to McBee, right arc, and knocked away as Buendia with the reach foul. That'll be her first personal, third team foul on Lovington. So McBee will quickly get it back in off of the foul to Rodriguez. Back to Jones. Now they'll toss it to Marin. Marin trying to get it inside to Allen and just too far away from everybody and throws it off the baseline and out. And timeout going to be taken by Coach Gary Frazier. It will be a 30, so we'll just keep it right here. And while we've got a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to our friends at Stone Oilfield Services. Stone Oilfield Services. Anything you need in the oil field, Stone can probably do it. So give the good folks at Stone Oilfield Services a buzz. Proud to have them as part of the Lovington Athletic family and the Noel Broadcasting One Radio Square Sports family. Lovington Wildcat basketball and Lady Cat basketball also brought to you by the good folks at Man Welding. If it can be welded, Man Welding can do it. Man up. Man Welding also brought to you by the Lee County Electric Cooperative. Lee County Electric Cooperative. They are a rural electric cooperative owned by their members, providing safe, efficient electricity to northern Lee County for more than 50 years. So Lovington basketball out of the timeout. Buendia jump stop. Pop a shot for 3, and that one rolls off the back and off of the tip into the hands of Alondra. Morin will get her second board of the ball game. 14-3, Lovington in the lead. Back to Morin to Jones, who works it from the left to the right. Back to Morin, working the right wing, left wing. Now she comes all the way across into the right corner. Back to Jones, top of the arc. Eunice trying to work it around, and too hard and too high and off the hands and out of the hands of Marin. That'll be the 15th turnover now for Eunice. Eunice having all kinds of heck hanging on to the basketball. Lovington with the fastball into Salcedo. Gets it over to Aranda. Back out to Buendia. From the left elbow. 15-footer is up, and it'll roll home. Aranda with her first points of the ball game. Make this a 16-3 game. There's a 10-0 run to start things, trying to get it inside to Allen. She somehow corrals it and will toss it back out to reset. Long three ball on the way from Marin, no good, and the rebound by Buendia. That's her first. Buendia takes it herself, goes to the right base, a little bit deep, but Salcedo playing trailer, puts up a shot, gets her own rebound, and it is good. Now an 18-3 run in favor of the Lovington Lady Cats. And with 4:58 to go, Coach Gary Frazier says, all right, let's talk about this, ladies. So is Lovington trying to turn this one into a runaway. While we've got a moment, of course, say a big thank you to all the good folks who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball possible, including the good folks at Bob's Thriftway. Bob's Thriftway right here in Lovington, your local hometown grocery store with great weekly specials, meat market, and more. Bob's Thriftway. Of course, the Jamison family, longtime supporters of Lovington Wildcat Athletics. Also, my friends at Eunice Pump and Supply. Yep, that's right. The Nogelmeyers and Brandon Matthews and the whole crew over there at Eunice Pump and Supply. Yeah, they're in Eunice, but they also support the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. They got an office right here in Lovington. A big thanks to our friends over at Eunice Pump and Supply. So it'll be Eunice basketball out of the timeout. 4:58 to go. Lovington leading 18-3. Eunice having trouble with the pressure. Jones, 10-footer, gets it to roll, and on the runner, gets it down. Her first points of the ball game, and it breaks an 8-0 Lovington run. And a little jump stop and a slide. First turnover of the quarter for Lovington. The subs checking into the ball game. As McBee comes out for Eunice, going in is Jasmine Martinez. From the far sideline after the turnover, Marin will inbound to Jones. Gives it back to Marin. Back to Jones as they cross into the offensive zone. Fastball into Jones, takes it to the left baseline, puts up a runner. That one no good, gets her own rebound, puts up the shot and count the bucket and the foul. So Jones got her own rebound on that one. Her fourth rebound, and gets it to fall. Makes it 18-7. And she'll get to shoot the and one. Jones 0 of 2 from the line, but starting to heat up a little bit from the floor. The and one is up, and that one is off the mark, and Salcedo with the rebound. That'll be her fourth. So 18-7 is the score to Buendia, to Castro, wide open right wing. That one is going to be short into the hands of Salcedo, and she is going to be pushed. Erlin with her fifth rebound. And it'll stay Lovington basketball off of the foul. They're going to call that one on Marin, her first personal. Third team foul on Eunice. Then the inbound to Salcedo, to Castro, to Buendia. Drives left base. Little 5-foot push, no good. Gets her own rebound. Buendia, though, is going to have it knocked away before she can step out. Got helped a little bit by Lena Rodriguez, getting a little too aggressive. Getting a hand on it and saving a possession for Lovington. Buendia to Castro, to Salcedo at the top of the arc. Back over, trying to get it in as they work it around to Malaya. Malaya to Buendia. WNBA 3 on the way, and bang! Buendia, her second tray ball of the ball game. Makes it 21-7. 8 points for Buendia, leads all scores. To the front court comes Eunice with Rodriguez to Jones. Back to Rodriguez in the left corner. Almost loses it. Castro on her tight. They'll work it around to Marin. Marin to Jones, who gets away with one. Nice little move. Now out to Rodriguez for three, and that one is good. Alina Rodriguez, her second tray ball of the ball game. And trying to get it into the front court. Buendia, it'll be knocked away. Good hustle play there by Eunice, and I think that was Rodriguez who knocked it away. 21-10 our score. Lovington up by 11. Coach Bridgeforth going to send in some reinforcements and some fresh legs now. Buendia to Olivas. Now, right, and they get it to Schus. Now over to Alexander. Work it around to Olivas. Olivas cycles around Buendia. Little hesitation move. Drives into the right lane. A push shot is up. Won't fall, and Schus will have the rebound. Her fourth. Shoots to Buendia to Alexander, left wing for three, and that one will be an air ball and will go out of bounds. And over to the Eunice Lady Cardinals. 2:57 to go first half. Of course, don't forget, we've got your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up here in about 2:45. And Rodriguez with a three on the way from the right wing. That one won't fall. And the rebound going to be brought down, a long one by McBee. So Eunice will reset now to McBee in the right base. Puts up a little push shot from 15 and shoots with her fifth rebound. And the ball is loose on the floor. Coming away with it is Barunda, who tries to get it to Alexander, who swats it and tries to save it. Turns into a turnover. Eunice back the other way, and the ball is loose on the floor as we had basically a tackle play. No call, and Eunice will maintain possession. Into the right corner, Rodriguez for three, and that one is good. If you leave her open, she will get you every time. Alina Rodriguez with 9 of the 13 on the board for Eunice. Buendia the other way, a three ball up, but she traveled before she got it off. It went, but not before the travel. So it'll be the ninth turnover for Lovington and give it back to Eunice. Eunice trying to mount a bit of a run here with 2 minutes remaining here in this first half of play. 21-13. Lovington on a bit of a scoring drought. And Eunice has found the three-ball range. To Jones, to Rodriguez, back to Jones. They'll try and get it inside to Allen. She works against Schutz, puts up a shot. It won't go, but the rebound going to be brought down by number 23, Martinez. And then working it into Allen, and she'll get it off the glass and put it home. Allen's third rebound of the ball game and her first bucket. And now it's an 8-point run for the Lady Cards as Barunda puts up a shot. That one no good, and last touched by Rodriguez. So all out of sorts right now are the Lovington Lady Cats. And Eunice trying and finally finding a little bit of rhythm. And they change the call, and so it'll go over to Eunice. So it'll be Lady Card basketball. Lovington leading 21-15. Like they were in danger of running away with this one, but Eunice all of a sudden seems to have found their sea legs, so to speak. So feed it inside and wide open. Martinez no good. The rebound and the putback is up by Zamora. That one won't fall, and Lovington will come down with it. As Castro will control it under tight pressure, picks up the dribble. Malaya to Myra. Back to Malaya, right corner. To Myra, top of the arc. Three ball on the way. That one is going to be off the mark. Malaya with it. Turnaround jumper from 10 won't go. Barunda with the rebound. That one won't go, and finally a foul going to be called underneath. And they did call Schutz will go to the line. And they did count the bucket. So that'll be her fourth point of the ball game. Foul going to be called on Rodriguez. Alina's second personal, just the fourth team foul. So 23-15 breaks a long scoring drought now for the Lady Cats. So Schutz, her first trip to the line. The 6'5 freshman will put that one up. It is too hard and off the mark. And the rebound going to be brought down by Rodriguez. But Rodriguez, bad pass, stolen away by Castro, and she'll drive it in. Picks up the dribble, but her bad pass going to be saved by Buendia. Underneath to Barunda, to Aranda, inside to Schutz, who's going to toss it back out. 30 seconds to go, and whistle sounds, and they're going to call a lane violation on Lovington. That'll be their 10th turnover. 23-15 is the score. Lovington Lady Cats up by 8, right at 30 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. McBee will inbound it to Jones, who uses upper dribble as she crosses the timeline. Back to Jones, but gets it stolen. Barunda on the breakaway, and Ashland, good hustle play from behind by Jones, but she got arm instead of ball, and so Barunda heads to the line for two, but a good steal by Ashland Barunda, and now she'll get to head to the line. Her first trip to the stripe tonight. And from the charity stripe, Lovington just 1 of 3. Barunda puts up her first, and that one is going to be short and no good. So the score remains 23-15. And Ashland, seeing significant time last year, coming off the bench, gets that one. So now 24-15, back to a 9-point. Lady Cat lead, 12 seconds to go. Into the front court with Jones, loses the handle. It comes off of her foot, back to Barunda. She'll drive down, takes it, and puts up the shot, no good, and it'll go out of bounds. So another turnover forced, but Lovington not able to capitalize. 1.8 seconds to go here in this first half of play, and Jones will sidewind it down at the buzzer, no good. So we have played a half here at Wildcat Gym, and it is Lovington 24, Eunice 15. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Lovington Lady Cat basketball continues from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. And welcome to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, let's do things. The good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, they'll help you do those things. Get the Napa know-how from Lovington Auto Supply. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo halftime here at Wildcat Gym. Home opener for the Lovington Lady Cats, the season opener for the Eunice Lady Cardinals, and Lovington leads this one 24-15. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We will start with the visiting Lady Cardinals. Their leading scorer right now is Alina Rodriguez, 9 points in the book, all of them coming from beyond the arc. 3 trays for Rodriguez, 4 points for Chloe Jones, who's also the leading rebounder for Eunice. She has 4 boards, then 2 points for Sam Allen. From the line has not been particularly kind, really, to either team, but Eunice has yet to convert from the stripe. They are 0 of 5 from the free throw line. As we mentioned, Jones with 4 rebounds is the leading rebounder. Sam Allen and Didi Zamora each with 3 apiece. 18 rebounds, though, as a team for Eunice, so not too bad there. A slow start. Only 3 points in the first, 12 in the second. That's how they get to their 15, but 18 turnovers in that first half, so something Eunice definitely going to want to work on and make some adjustments for in the second half. Turning the page for your Lovington Lady Cats. 6 Lady Cats in the scoring for the first half, as led by Elizabeth Buendia. She's got 8 in the books, as 2 of those from beyond the arc. She'd have had a third, but traveled before she managed to pull the trigger on one that would have put her in double digits. Erlyn Salcido is next in the book. She's got 6, 4 points for Abigail Schus. And you got 3 points for Ashlyn Barunda, 2 points Aubrey Aranda, and 1 point for Malaya Castro. From the free throw line, Lovington is a collective 2 of 5 So yikes, just 40%. Leading rebounders, Salcido and Schus, each with 5 apiece. 19 rebounds for Lovington as a team in that first half. 10 turnovers, probably more than Coach Chief Bridgeforth wants to see. But, early in the season, rivalry game, opening game at home, nerves. So not really too out of line there. Lovington scored 10 in the first, and they got 14 in the second. That's how they get to their 24 on the board. We'll take another quick timeout, come back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. This is Lovington Lady Cat Basketball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from here at Wildcat Gym. The Lovington Lady Cardinals 24-15. I'm TJ Miracle. So Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. Well, if you're the Lovington Lady Cats, it's just continue to do what you have done. They've proven that Eunice has a little trouble with the pressure. They've backed off of that a couple of times. Of course, hard to run full court press the entire game, but I think first half they come out, or rather in the second half, if they come out, get the pressure early, force some early turnovers, that will put them in good stead moving forward into the half. They've got to work on not having an offensive lull, though. Late in that second quarter, kind of an offensive lull, and Eunice started finding a little bit of rhythm. I think I mentioned at the time, kind of finding their sea legs here in their first game of the season and really started coming back. At one point, it chopped it back down to just a 5-point lead before 4 unanswered points gets Lovington back up by the 9 points that we see here at the half. So for the Lovington Lady Cats, good defensive pressure and come out and find offensive rhythm and consistency across the entire third quarter and second half. If you're Eunice, you've got to feel pretty good that you're only down by 9 in this, and when you turn the ball over 18 times, you've been fighting hard on the boards. You're giving up a little bit of size to this Lovington squad, but still 18 rebounds. You've done very good in that category. You've got to find a way to hold on to the basketball and give yourself some more good shots. They've had pretty good ball movement when they've had time to set things up. And Alina Rodriguez with open looks, she's proven that she can be dangerous. So if you're Lovington, you're going to want to keep an eye on pace. If you're Eunice, you're going to want to do everything you can to try and get her open as much as you can. And, that could potentially open up some things inside for Eunice to exploit, too. So a lot of things for both teams to be thinking about. I think mostly what they're thinking about is let's just find some consistent rhythm and let's see what happens in this second half. We'll take another timeout, come back with the start of the second half. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Lovington Auto Supply, proud supporters of Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball. Back in a minute for the second half as Lady Cat basketball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us on this Tuesday night home opener for the Lady Cats and the season opener for the Lady Cards. And just a quick note, Abigail Schaus, I believe I've been saying her last name wrong. I apologize for that. I stand corrected, and I do apologize. Abigail Schaus. 4 points and 5 rebounds in that first half. So we'll flip into the court, and it'll be Eunice basketball as we start the second half. And Lovington immediately comes out with pressure defense, but a quick foul going to be called. And the foul, it's going to be a push foul on Malaya Castro, her third personal, but just the first team foul in the half. So just underway, Eunice will maintain control. Moran will inbound it into the backcourt to Jones, who brings it across the timeline. Back to Marin, back to Jones. Top of the arc, trying to get it inside to Rodriguez. They'll work it to McBee. Tosses over to Jones, tries to find underneath, and she does. And a little up and in as they lost Martinez. And Eunice will strike first here in this second half. So Lovington leading 24-17 to Castro. To Buendia, top of the arc. 3 ball on the way. That one is off the mark, and it'll go out of bounds. Buendia had the open look, but just short-armed it. Coach Bridgeforth saying something to one of the refs. Not liking something about the way things are getting played. Martinez tosses over, gets it to Rodriguez, trying to get it back underneath to Jasmine, and Martinez can't control it. 19th turnover for Eunice. So back to Lovington. Buendia runs the point, picks up the dribble, tosses to Castro, who gives it right back to Buendia. Elizabeth looks over to Myra, who gives it to Malaya. Tosses back out to Buendia, top of the arc. Bounce past Myra, right wing for 3. That one is off the mark. Fight for the rebound. And off the tip will come into the hands of Alondra. Marin with her third rebound of the ball game. Takes it into the front court and spins it back to Jones. Jones uses upper dribble to McBee. Back to Jones. As Eunice continues to work it around. 6.5 to go here in the third. To McBee, tosses it, stolen away. As coming back with it is going to be Castro. Malaya to Buendia, 10-footer from the right block, and she's fouled as she puts the shot up. And the push is going to be called on McBee, her first personal, first team foul. So Buendia heads to the line for 2. It'll be Buendia's first trip to the charity stripe. Buendia leading the Lady Cats with 8 points. So eyes it, skies it, and it is good. Now 9 points for Buendia. Ties her for the lead in the ball game. 9 points for her, 9 points for Alina Rodriguez for Eunice. 25-17. Buendia got the first, puts up the second, and gets them both to fall. And now 26-17. Back up to a 9-point lead for the Lovington Lady Cats. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Moran will break it, and she'll do a little runner from 18 feet and wind up with her own rebound in the deep right corner. Her fourth board of the ball game, and a bump in the back as Rodriguez was open. Buendia flies through and will pick up her second personal, and it will send Rodriguez to the line where she'll shoot 3. Got to be careful in those, but they lost Rodriguez, and she'll put up the first, and it's good. And that is the first converted free throw of the ball game for the Lady Cards. They are now 1 of 6 from the line. 10 points in the ball game for Rodriguez. Puts up her second, and that one is going to be off the mark. Wow, they're going to say that she only had 2. Okay, so the rebound going to be made by Malaya Castro, and her 3 ball is up. Pardon me, that was Buendia, and nope, they're going to say foot on the line. It was just a 2 ball. 28-18, and a steal by Myra Castro. 21st turnover for Eunice, but it's going to be stolen immediately right back by the Lady Cards. And that 3 ball is going to be off of the side of the glass, and Aranda with the rebound. She'll push it to Buendia, who drives in, goes around Jones, puts up a little underhand scoop, no good, and the rebound is brought down by Salcido. Lovington going to reset. Buendia tosses out to Castro. Uses up the dribble, back to Buendia. Drives right base, tries to get in underneath to Salcido. Off of her legs, and that'll be the 12th turnover for Lovington. Jones back down, pop a shot from the free throw line. That one is going to be off the mark. The rebound made by Salcido, and she gets a elbow in the face for her trouble. And they are going to call the block on Alina Rodriguez, her third personal, second team foul. I think that third team foul on Eunice in the half. So Lovington basketball with 5 minutes to go here in the third, leading by 10, 18-8. Castro, Buendia, hit it over and work it. No look pass to Olivas, who just checked into the ball game. Back to Castro, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Chief Bridgeforth. 4:52 to go in the third, and Chief will take a full timeout. So while we've got a moment, I'd like to say a big thanks to our friends at the Lovington Schools. Lovington Schools, obviously proud supporters of all Wildcat and Lady Cat athletics. Appreciate the Lovington Schools supporting their athletic programs here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Appreciate them granting us the video rights to do these games. Of course, also brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Lovington Auto Supply. Get the Napa know-how for your car. Just like the Wildcats and Lady Cats, get the Napa know-how from Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball also brought to you by Now Pharmacy, your local hometown pharmacy for over 75 years right here in Lovington. Now Pharmacy, proud supporters of Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat athletics. 28-18, Lovington in the lead here in the third quarter. It's Coach Bridgeforth taking the timeout, trying to settle things down just a little bit. 4:52 remaining here in the third, a 10-point lead. Trying to keep things from getting sloppy. One thing, if you remember about the way Coach Chief Bridgeforth coaches basketball, he does like a pressure game. He does like to see a lot of running, a lot of gunning, but he wants it to be controlled. As Buendia gets the inbound, goes through the lane, and the little push shot off the right glass, no good, and the rebound brought down by Allen. That'll be her fourth. Eunice back down the court as Jones will control it. 4.5 remaining here in the third. To McBee, left wing, toss it out. Eunice starting to get a little movement in the basketball. McBee, left corner for three. It is good. Count the bucket and the foul. McBee drains the tray ball and makes it a 28-21 ball game, and she'll get to go for the and one for the rare 4-point play. Foul on Olivas, her first personal, third team foul. And McBee at the line. And that one will be off the mark, and the ball will go out of bounds. And last going to be touched by Marin. But now just a 7-point Lovington lead. Eunice definitely one of those squads that is never going to go away. Over the years, I have called a lot of Eunice basketball, and that is one thing that endemic to Eunice teams. Doesn't matter the sport, they never ever quit. Buendia fight for the basketball, gets it back, puts it up, and bang! Buendia has her third tray ball of the ball game. And Lovington will go back up by 10, 31-21. Eunice back down, pressure in the backcourt. Buendia going to almost steal it away, and she will steal it away as the jump ball called. Was getting a little bit careless with the ball was Martinez. Left it out there, and Buendia able to tie her up and get the jump ball, and the possession arrow goes to Lovington. So 31-21 the score. They got 30-21 on the board, but the official on the far sideline did call the three ball. Buendia to Castro for three, and bang! Myra gets the tray ball. Lovington all of a sudden finding the three-ball range, and timeout taken by Coach Gary Frazier. With 3:35 to go, it will be a 30, so we will keep it right here. Of course, coming up on Friday night, right back here at the Friendly Confines, the Lovington boys will have their home opener against the Desert Warriors of Santa Teresa. That game will be scheduled for 6 o'clock. Don Morgan, yours truly, we'll have that game for you Friday night. We'll be on the stream on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, around 5:45 on Friday evening for the Lovington Wildcat boys home opener. Of course, don't forget, please do subscribe to your Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, somebody gets $100 of my money. So win TJ's money. It's burning a hole in my pocket. Yep, it's not coming from the sponsors, not coming from the station, coming right out of my own pocket. So take my money, please. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. And remember, tell your family and friends they can always watch free of charge on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. And, of course, too, on HobbsAmerica.com. Back to the action as Jones will get the inbound. Tosses over to Rodriguez. Bad pass. Aranda gets it and saves it and steals it away, but immediately steps on the sideline. So the two teams trade turnovers. I hate to mark that down for either team, but possession did trade twice. And it winds up back with Eunice. They've got 33-21 on the board. I have 34-21. So weaving through traffic is Jones, and a little underhand scoop is up and good as she weaves through traffic. Jones with 6 points in the ball game. 34-23. Buendia bounce pass, trying to get it inside. Salcido is there to save it and will push it up from the front block on the left side and good. Salcido now with 8 points. 36-23. And back down, and a foul going to be called on the far sideline. And the push going to be on Myra Castro, her first personal. That'll be the fourth team foul on Lovington. And now Kiro Levis will check out. Checking in will be Barunda. And it'll be Eunice basketball. 2:54 to go here in the third. Jones to McBee, working around to Rodriguez. Sling it over McBee, left corner for three. That one is going to be short. And Barunda with the rebound, her third. So Ashton will leave it off for Buendia, who takes it to the free throw line. Toss it over to Castro in front of the Stray Cats. Now back near side to Barunda. Right wing for three. That one is off the glass. Salcido is there with the rebound and the putback. 10 points for Erlin. Makes it 37-23, 38-23, I do believe. And so back down comes Eunice. Trailing now by 15. No McBee. Through the line with Allen, tosses in, and there to steal it away is Salcido. Salcido to Aranda, who brings it in off the outlet, runs it up and in, no good, but Salcido is there. Her putback won't fall, and a mad scramble for it, and Jones will come away with it. Jones on the long outlet pass to Rodriguez, who has a nifty little move, and up and in. So Jones on the rebound makes it 38-25, and stolen away by Jones as she'll bring it back down. Jones coast to coast, puts it up and in. Count the bucket and the foul. So Jones with the steal. And the foul going to be called, the hack. Going to be whistled on Aubrey Aranda, her first personal, fifth team foul on Lovington. And so Jones at the line for the and one. As Schaus and Castro will check in. So in the front blocks, you've got Schaus and Salcido. And then Barunda and Myra in the back blocks. Jones with the and one is up, and it is good. We talked about Jones. You don't want to let her get hot. So now 38-28, 10-point Lovington lead, but Eunice starting to find their legs again here late in this third quarter. Malaya from Myra. Feed it into Salcido. Get it into Schaus. Point blank shot in the low post and up and in. Abigail Schaus now with 6 points in the ball game. So 40-28. 1:08 to go in the third. Eunice basketball. Jones to Morin. Working it, free throw line. Jones, and that one is good from 15 from the free throw line. Just like shooting free throws. Jones starting to heat up. So back to a 10-point Lovington lead. Barunda under a little pressure, gets it to Castro. to Schaus and overthrows Salcido in the low post. And that'll be the 15th turnover for Lovington. Checking into the ball game for Eunice will be Jasmine Martinez. She comes in as Allen will head to the bench. So you've got Jones, Morin, McBee, Martinez, and Rodriguez on the floor. Jones tries to split through coverage to Rodriguez. Right corner for three. That one is off the mark. And after the bounce around, it'll wind up in the hands of Salcido. Her 10th rebound. She has got a double-double in the ball game. 10 points, 10 rebounds, and we've still got 17 seconds to go. The screen set by Barunda to Castro. Bounce it to Salcido in the right block. And double dribble for Erlin in the turnover. 16th for Lovington. So give it back to Eunice. Jones on the inbound will take it across the big cat to Rodriguez. Salcido comes out to guard and stolen away by Castro as Malaya, the runner at the buzzer, is off the mark. So forces the turnover but can't cash in. We've played 3 here in Lovington. It's the Lady Cats 40, the visiting Lady Cards 30. We're back in 1 minute as Lady Cat basketball continues from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. And welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter, a 10-point lead for the Lovington Lady Cats, 40-30. I'm TJ Miracle from here at Wildcat Gym. So Eunice basketball, as they went on a little run there late, and have definitely kept it interesting. So the 10-point lead, they've got 9 on the board, but I know for a 100% fact one of the officials showed a 3-ball on Salcido, and we've got a travel called on Eunice. And I'm going to go ahead and go with the scoreboard. I hate to do it. Leading scorer right now, Buendia, with 15 in the ball game. 10 for Salcido, so 39-30. Lovington forces another turnover on Eunice. That's their 26th turnover of the ball game. Castro to Buendia. Castro, Buendia, Salcido, and Aranda on the floor for the Lady Cats to Salcido. And she will put it up and in, the little floater from 12. 41-30, an 11-point lead for the Lady Cats. Trying to get another win and win their home opener here and win the home return for Chief Bridgeforth. McBee slings it over to Rodriguez, who will toss it out. Jones to McBee, drives the right base underneath to Martinez, and her little push will go up and in. Jasmine Martinez, 4 points in the ball game. Now 41-32 to a wide open Salcido on the right glass and up and in. Salcido now with 14 points. 43-32. Lady Cats in the lead. But Eunice not going away, and they are definitely not going to quit. Feed it into Martinez, back to McBee. From the left corner, that one rolls around and out, and Myra Castro with her 4th rebound of the ball game. Myra to Malaya. Brings it down, now tosses back to Myra. Inside to Salcido. In the right block, and turnaround jumper is good from 7. 16 points for Erlin. If they can get her going and keep her going all season, she can be a dominant player underneath. Go back down, come the Eunice Lady Cardinals, 45-32, back up to a 13-point lead for Lovington. Eunice tosses to Jones. Takes it to the left block, tries to bounce it to Rodriguez. Aranda gets a hand in and knocks it away. So it'll stay Eunice basketball. as Allen will check in. Looks like Martinez will check out. Yeah, Martinez will check out. 5:56 to go in the ball game. Eunice basketball as Jones to inbound it. Left of her own bucket, gets it to Rodriguez. She takes it to the free throw line, underhand to Jones for three. That one is off the mark. Long rebound by Buendia. As Buendia will bring it back down. Keeps it herself, tosses out to a wide open Castro and puts up a shot, no good, but wave it off because the travel happened before the shot. So Lovington has had a couple of threes whistled off because of the travel. Well, that is a point of something they're watching this year, is what the feet are doing. They have for the last couple years, actually. And the ball is going to be stolen away by Castro, but loses it back off of her feet as the team trades turnovers once again. That's happened a couple times tonight. Wild shot is up, no good, and the rebound going to be brought down by Aranda. Aranda to Malaya, takes it to the right base and up and no good. And the fight for the rebound knocked away at the last second by Salcido out of the hands of Allen. So it'll be Eunice basketball. 5:10 remaining in the ball game. 45-32. Lovington in the lead. Eunice has got to find their offensive gear again. Trying to get it inside to Allen off the tip. She will wind up with it. Ball going to be moved around and finally going to be controlled by Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Allen. Back to Rodriguez. Toss it out. Jones. Little head fake. Drives it into the lane and will run into Salcido. And she'll head to the line for two. Second personal on Salcido. That'll be the 6th-team foul on Lovington. So now Eunice, you've got to think, is going to think about driving in and trying to take it to the rack more. Maybe they can chip into this one with the clock not ticking. So at the line is Chloe Jones. She is 1 of 4 from the stripe, has 11 points in the ball game. Puts up the first, and it is good. So now 45-33. Lovington still in the lead, but now Eunice in the bonus. Second shot on the way for Jones, and that one is going to be off the mark, and Salcido with the rebound. That is her 11th. Sling it over to Malaya, too hard, and loses the basketball. And out of bounds. 19th turnover for Lovington, so give it back to Eunice. Again, the Lady Cats have the Lady Cards in the bonus. Lovington going to drop back in a 2-3 zone. Feed it inside, and Malaya will steal it away, and she is immediately going to be pushed in the back. And the push going to be called on McKenna McBee, her second personal. That's just the 4th team foul on Eunice. It will be in basketball in the backcourt. Buendia, Castro, Aranda, Castro, and Salcido on the floor for your Lady Cats. To Salcido, long pass and knocked away by Rodriguez, trying to get it to Malaya. It'll be Myra coming over to inbound from in front of the Lovington bench. To Buendia, top of the arc. She'll pull the three-point trigger. That one not going to fall. Aranda, she'll get it out in the far left corner. Back out to Buendia. No look pass to Castro. Tosses it. There's Myra to Malaya. Back out to Buendia, top of the arc. Thinks about the three as McBee gets on her. She tries to put it behind her back, gets cute. Salcido there to save it, and she is going to get tied up in the right block. So the block going to be called. Coach Gary Frazier not happy about the call. The block going to be whistled on Rodriguez, her 4th personal, just the 5th team foul. But Rodriguez in a bit of foul trouble. So it'll stay Lovington basketball on the floor foul. Inbound it. Buendia gets it back off the inbound to Castro, top of the arc for 3. That one off the mark. Fight for the rebound, and they're going to say last touched by Martinez. And so it'll stay Lovington basketball. So you've got Allen, Martinez, Rodriguez, Jones, and McBee on the floor for Eunice. 3:49 remaining. Buendia, right corner, 3 ball on the way. That one's off the back of the iron. Salcido with the rebound and the putback. That one won't go, and Allen gets the rebound. And a whistle sounds. 5th rebound for Allen, and a foul called. And is that going to be an offensive foul? I think it is. Yep, they're going to have an offensive foul called That'll be on Martinez. That'll be her first personal, but the 16 foul. So now Lovington going to be in the bonus. So Buendia will head to the line to shoot 2. I completely missed that. So Buendia to the line. Puts that one up, and it is good. She's got 16 points and is a perfect 3 of 3 from the stripe, 46-33. Lovington in the lead. So gets the first. Eyes the second. Puts it up, and will get them both. 17 points for Elizabeth Buendia. 47-33. 3.5 remaining in the ball game. Lady Cats trying to win their home opener. McBee bounce to Allen just in front of the free throw line. Now toss it back around. Get it to Jones, top of the arc. She'll circle it around to the right block. Put up the 15-footer. That one won't go. Salcido with another rebound. Get it to Malaya, and Malaya off the outlet will drive it and take it up and in. She's got 3 points in the ball game. 49-33. Eunice back down the court. Get it to Rodriguez from the right elbow. 15-footer on the way. That one not going to fall. Martinez tries to save it and does, but right into the hands of Castro. Malaya drives it down, gives it to Buendia. Right wing for 3, and that one off the mark. And the rebound going to be made by McBee, her third. So toss it off, 49-33, 2:45 remaining in the ball game. Lovington in the lead. McBee has it knocked away by Castro, and it'll go out of bounds in front of the Eunice bench. So timeout going to be taken by Coach Gary Frazier. It will be a 60, so we'll take a quick one with him to take a quick breath. 2:40 remaining in the ball game. Lovington 49, Eunice 33. This is Lovington Lady Cat basketball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight from here at Wildcat Gym. Dawn Morgan on assignment with the Hobbs Lady Eagles tonight. So Lovington in the lead with 2:40 to go in the ball game, 49-33. It will be Lady Card basketball out of the Eunice timeout. And the inbound will come in. It'll be Jones. I think has played the entire game. Jones to Rodriguez. Back to Jones. Through the lane to Rodriguez. Open look from the right corner. That one will be off the mark. And the rebound is going to be brought down. It's a long one, though, by McBee, but then he'll get it stolen away. Buendia will come back. That's the 29th turnover for Eunice. And Castro to Castro is working it back between the top of the arc and the big cat, and Buendia goes through the lane, and she gets tripped up as Buendia goes down hard. And they're going to call that one on Chloe Jones. Nothing intentional there, just got a little tripped up, got a little tangled up there. That'll be, if that is the 16th foul, I had it as the 7th, so we'll go with the official. So they're saying, yeah, Coach Chief Bridgeforth was thinking the same thing I was, is he thought that that should be the 1-and-1, and they're pointing at the scoreboard and saying team foul 6. Yeah, again, I had that as the 7th team foul, but so yeah, a little confusion. I think me and Chief Bridgeforth scorekeepers are on the same page, but the official one said nope, that was just the 6th one. So inbound will come to Buendia. Jones gets on her very tight. She'll bring it to the near side, push it back out. Lovington just going to try and run some clock now, leading by 16 points with 1:55 to go. To Buendia to the left lane and up and in on the give and go. Buendia having a heck of a ball game. 19 points now, 51-33 for Lovington. And at 42, toss it over to McBee. Now work it back to Jones. Come near side to Rodriguez. Now to Allen in front of the free throw line. Toss it back to McBee. Test all the three-point lanes. He's back out to Rodriguez, and Eunice will reset. 1:20 remaining. Jones against Buendia. Brings it to the right elbow, gives it to Rodriguez. She'll bring it in, pop a shot from 12 on the left side, and it is up and good. Lita Rodriguez with 14 points in the ball game. 51-35. As back down come the Lady Cats with under a minute to play now. Castro to Castro, and the pocket going to be picked by Jones. Jones forces the turnover and takes it coast to coast and puts it up and in. 20th turnover forced, and Jones gets hammered from behind. She'll go to the line for the and one, and the push going to be called on Castro. That'll be Myra's second personal, 7th team foul on Lovington. Myra going to check out. Yeah, they could have very easily called, I don't think it was flagrant, but he was just hustling down and not able to stop in time. So Jones at the line. And the and one is no good, and Salcido with the rebound, her 14th. 51-37 the score. Lovington in the lead. 45 seconds remaining in the ball game. To Barunda. To Aranda. Now back out to Buendia, top of the arc. He'll back it out. Goes behind the back as she works against Marin. Now drives it into the left lane. Puts up the shot, and that one not going to fall. And the rebound by Martinez for Eunice. So 25 seconds to go. A little pressure. Finally crossing the timeline. Jones to Rodriguez to McBee. Now back to Marin, top of the arc. Get it to Rodriguez with 13 seconds to go. Driving in is Jones, and she gets tangled up with Salcido. So Jones will head to the line for the 1 and 1. They're going to call the block on, they're going to call that on Barunda, actually. Or did they put that up on Salcido? Put that up on Salcido. That'll be her 4th. So Jones will head to the line for the 1 and 1. So Jones, a little bit of a mixed bag tonight from the charity stripe. Under 10 to play in this one. Lovington going to get the victory tonight. Run into the 1 and 1 is no good, and the rebound brought down by Barunda. So Barunda, and they're going to say she stepped on the sideline. So got the rebound, but then turns it over. Her 4th board of the night. So Eunice with 3, with 2. Jones to the front court to Rodriguez, and at the buzzer going to be partially blocked by Barunda. And our final tonight is Lovington 51, Eunice 37. We'll be back to wrap this one up in just a couple of minutes. This is Lovington Lady Cat basketball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports, your Now Pharmacy postgame show from the good folks at Now Pharmacy, your local hometown pharmacy right here in Lovington, supporting Wildcat athletics for over 75 years. Final score of this one, the Lovington Lady Cats get the win in their home opener, 51-37 over Eunice. Let's take a look at the final numbers in this one. For Eunice, some real bright spots as they got 14 points out of both Chloe Jones and Alina Rodriguez, so double-digit scores there. 4 points for Jasmine Martinez, 3 points for McKenna McBee, and 2 points for Sam Allen. Some troubles tonight for Eunice, though, in the turnover game. They turned it over 29 times in the ball game and just went 3 of 11 from the free throw line. Chloe Jones and Sam Allen tied for the team lead with rebounds, each with 5 in the ball game. 27 rebounds as a team for Eunice. They get 3 in the first, 12 in the second, 15 in the third, 7 in the fourth for their 37. Turning the page for the victorious Lovington Lady Cats. 2 scores in double digits tonight. Elizabeth Buendia with 19 points in the book, 16 for Erlyn Salcido. Salcido also led everybody in the rebounding category. She had 14, so a double-double for Salcido. 6 points for Abigail Schaus tonight. Then you had 3 points for each Aubrey Aranda and Ashlyn Barunda. 2 points, Malaya Castro, and for Aubrey Aranda. 3 points for Myra Castro. Pardon me, I was off of my count just a little bit there. As we mentioned, Salcido 14 rebounds, 4 for Ashlyn Barunda, 4 for Myra Castro, 5 for Abigail Schaus. Lovington goes 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Turned the ball over 21 times, so probably a few more than Coach Bridgeforth would like to see, but I'm sure they'll continue to work on that as they move forward. Of course, tournament coming up this weekend for the Lovington Lady Cats tonight, too. 37 rebounds as a team, so that a very good number as they get the victory again. 51-37, 10 in the first, 14 in the second, 16 in the third, 11 in the fourth. That's how they get to their 51. So our next broadcast will be coming up Friday night right back here. It'll be the home opener for the Lovington boys as they will take on the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. Don Morgan and yours truly will have that game for you. That'll be a 6 o'clock start time, so we'll be on about 5:45 for the pregame show with the tip-off scheduled for 6 o'clock. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one. The Lovington Lady Cats getting the home opening victory tonight, final 51-37. For Don Morgan on assignment tonight, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long, and thanks for listening. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Tonight's game brought to you by Now Pharmacy, Devon Energy, Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Man Welding, and Stone Oilfield Services. Have a great night, everybody.